After watching a recent series by Jason Jensen Trains where he assembled some wood Craftsman kits, I decided it was time I give it a try. I searched the internet for wooden kits. I wasn't very successful, so I put out a plea for help to my local NMRA division. One of the members is an MMR who models ON3. He also buys and sells estate sale and closeout items and things he finds at train shows. He brought by two kits that I would refer to as entry-level kits. I chose this line-side shed as my first victim. I read through the instructions completely before beginning the project. I wanted to make sure I understood everything I needed to do and to make sure all the parts were there in the kit. I started by separating the pieces and sanding the edges smooth to remove the nubs left when cutting them from the master sheet. I then added interior bracing as indicated by the instructions. It's recommended that the pieces be painted before assembly. I started by painting the inside and the underside of the base white. The exterior I brush painted roughly with gray paint to give it an aged appearance. This was a recommendation by the kit manufacturer to give it a weathered effect. I was lucky that the desired effect was achieved on my first attempt. I didn't feel that any more weathering was needed at this time. After finding a permanent home on my layout, I may add more effects around the base where rain would splash up on the building. It was recommended that the shingles be applied while the pieces were flat on the workbench. I found this to be the most challenging part of the kit. Each row was added individually using guidelines scribed into the roof pieces. Keeping them straight proved to be challenging and I had several rows that were not straight. I guess the guys that put the shingles on must have started beer 30 a little early. Window glazing was added to the windows and door castings after painting them white. Again, I did it rough painting with them, not fussing over getting a smooth, even finish. This gives them a little bit of a aged effect. They were then installed in the wall pieces. The inside wall section did not have an opening cut in it for the door, so I had to mark it and cut it myself. I used Lego bricks as corner guides to get square corners. By using several bricks, I was able to dry fit everything together to check for alignment. Using one set at a time and clamps, I assembled the building one corner at a time, using white glue on each joint. I then added the roof sections to the building and then came to the dreaded cap shingles. I thought the shingles were a headache, but the cap shingles were even worse. Individual squares that were placed over the ridge of the roof. Getting them even and in line was a real chore. If anyone has any suggestion for how to do this, leave a comment below. The garage doors were one piece, but I wanted them open, so I split them into two separate pieces. They were then glued into the opening with styrene glue. I really enjoyed this build and want to find another kit to do it again. Now I need to find something that will fit into my era and plans.